Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Akshay. Today we are using Alolan Raichu in Raigai here. And we're getting towards the end of Raigai, but here we are going to be using Miraidon with the Alolan Raichu with that Surge Surfer, along with Cali Ice for a bit Trick Room with the Ursaluna. Then to partner with it, we have Ogerpon and Urshifu for good damage. But overall, the main point is to do really good damage to Miraidon plus Raichu, but we're all really excited to use the team, and let's hop right into it. Okay, Frostmoth, Kyogre, Lunala. That is pretty interesting, but I think here, this is a pretty, I do have to kind of worry about the Rillaboom. So actually what I'm going to do here is I'm going to lead Miraidon Calyrex, so that way I threaten Rillaboom if they choose to lead it. And also if they just switch in, I can go for Glacial Lance. Then we'll have Raichu, and I think here, having Urshifu would be pretty good, but it's a bit slower. And because of that, I think Ursaluna may be better. That way we threaten like Kyogre either way. So I think this is the best for here. I think this should be pretty good. But overall, I think here, I think this is pretty good. If we're out of Trick Room, we can have Raichu, Miraidon be a pretty good duo. And if we are under Trick Room, Calyrex, Ice, and Ursaluna, it's going to be what we're going to try and field. And I think with those four, kind of switching based on what if Trick Room's up or not, should be really good. And we should be able to kind of control the game with that. Especially Miraidon, Cali Ice, we're going to be, because they're going to bring Rillaboom into this matchup. So the goal is going to be to kind of pin that Rillaboom with the Cali Ice. It's going to be the Frostmoth Lunala, so actually I am perfectly fine with this. It does kind of make me have to commit my Terra onto my Calyrex already, which I don't love, but I think it's fine. I could Volt Switch Trick Room here, that is an option. We only have Glacial Lance. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna Trick Room. I don't really know if I want to Terra Fire. So I'm just gonna Trick Room and Volt Switch out. I think I have to Terra, so I'm just gonna Terra and Trick Room Volt Switch. I think that's pretty safe. They are not Terraing. Could have Snarled, but I think this is fine. Snarl definitely would have been nice, but they do have Wide Guard, and next turn they could just start blocking me. Especially, I don't really want them to go for Wide Guard here because I don't want to take a ton. Okay, that's another reason. Frostmoth can also Wide Guard, so it's just two mods that can Wide Guard, putting me kind of in a weird spot. Look at this Volt Switch, that has good damage through Shadow Shield. And we should be able to get Trick Room up no problem, and have Ursaluna in a really good spot. I wouldn't be surprised to see like a Calm Mind here from Lunala based on what I'm kind of seeing. Yep, Calm Mind, and I think I'm fine with that. I still have I have High Horsepower into that slot. I have Facade into Frostmoth. I want to get rid of Wide Guard. So here I feel like I'm in a really good position. So here, I think I am going to actually Facade the Frostmoth, because Lunala may protect, and I'm just going to Glacial Lance, Facade, Frostmoth. And I think that should put me in a pretty good spot. Actually, what I can do here is I'm going to Imprison. I'm going to Imprison so they can't reverse Trick Room on me, as well as they can now no longer protect, which means my Trick Room turns are going to be even more potent. Because they will not be able to protect to avoid a turn. So I'll always be able to go for Glacial Lances and Facades no matter what. If they do Wide Guard, then we still have Facade. Or I'll not protect is one of the best ways to deal with Trick Room, just ignore it. Okay, I'm assuming this is going to be Kyogre. No, just going to be Instant. That's fine. Kyogre, I actually probably wouldn't make much sense. So it's probably Kyogre in the back here. I'm fine taking Intimidate on Ursaluna. We'll Imprison, and we'll see what the Lunala goes for. If it goes for Trick Room, that's perfect. That's a huge crit on Incin, because that does not KO without the crits. I do know that. The Arching Moonblast, that is fine. We do take a lot, but again, just trying to not let them reverse Trick Room. And now Facade, Glacial Lance, we should be threatening a lot. If we do, we can always go back into Miraidon. Can always reverse Trick Room, and they can now no longer protect. So we will see that Frostmoth come back in. I have to go for Glacial Lance, my only attacking move. And I'm just going to Facade into Frostmoth, try and get rid of Wide Guard here. If I can get rid of, pretty much if I can get Ursaluna under Trick Room into the Kyogre, that's perfect, because then I can just KO it. If not, I may have to try and preserve my Mons to KO it later, especially when I committing Terra Fire as early as I did. I don't have, well, it's kind of where I wish it was Terra Water. I mean, I can't get burned, but Terra Water is just so nice in the Kyogre. So we'll see here. They're just going to withdraw Frostmoth as well? Yeah. Okay, it's just Rillaboom, so actually no Kyogre at all. Not so sure about that, but we should be able to... Yeah, we're just going to get a free Glacial here. That's Rillaboom dead. Lunala would be dead, but I did not click... I didn't click High Horsepower. So Lunala's going to get lucky. And that's a really weird turn. So no Kyogre, which I guess that's fine. But I'm really surprised to not... The Frostmoth has not only clicked Wide Guard once, and since then it has not clicked anything else. Which, honestly, it doesn't feel like it's doing much for it. Here, I'm just gonna double the Lunala with Headlong Rush and Glacial Lance. At this point, Frostmoth, I don't see it doing much. It doesn't sweep me, so if they Wide Guard, then I just KO with Headlong Rush. But overall, I just don't see a path out for them at this point. They can't protect due to the Imprison, and overall, I think that really shut them down. The Rillaboom coming in that late is really weird. I would have felt either Rillaboom comes up earlier. I mean, I guess they want to take the Glacial Lance. I'm not quite sure about this. I feel like maybe Instant on lead would have been better, but okay, there's the Wide Guard. Yeah, I won't be able to hit the Glacial Lance, but that's not the problem. It is really just, if this Headlong Rush KOs, it's definitely over. If it's not, if it doesn't, it's still gonna be hard for them to get anything here, because we still have Miraidon in the back. And honestly, this probably just KOs. Yeah, the crit did not matter, I don't think, here, because Guts Boost did Ursaluna is a demon. But here, things are a bit more interesting now. I don't, because I don't see a way where this Frostmoth gets anything, like any kills, so we should be able to just go to Glacial Lance. Facade, we have one more turn Trick Room, I think, yeah. And they can't protect, so Glacial Lance, Facade, that should just end the game. And there's the white flag. Game 1 dominant. We didn't get to see the Raichu, but I think we just showed kind of the versatility of this team of just being able to instantly kind of put them on the back foot, not giving them any time to reset up, to set the Lunala, and overall just really snowballing fast. And Ursaluna and Calyrex kind of showing that Trick Room mode for this team overall. That's really good. And let's head into game number 2. Okay, so Koraidon Kyogre. This, I feel good to go Miraidon Raichu. And honestly, here, I'm going to lead Urshifu as well. Because if I remember correctly, it's just doubles, speed. So we should be able to go for like Electro Web and Surging Strikes. And I'm just going to go full speed. I'm going to bring Calyrex as well. I think it's min speed Calyrex, but yeah. If I feel I can reverse Trick Room, Calyrex is really good to the team as well. So maybe a late game Trick Room could be really good. But overall, my plan is kind of just to spam Volts, to spam Electro Web, get speed control, and then just go for Miraidon Electro Drift, just go for damage. I just don't see them having too much of a way to deal with that. And I think that should allow me to just be really fast, do a lot of damage. And if I need to, I can... This is the one thing that kind of allows them to not... kind of ignore this, but I do have Fake Out on Raichu, so I can just Fake Out Kyogre. Also, both are double speed. I don't really want to commit to being faster, so right now I am just going to Fake Out Kyogre, and if we trade Fake Outs, we trade Fake Outs. Raichu should be faster, but again, just never know. I hope it's not Terra Ghost on Kyogre, because that would be a crime. It's just water, so that's probably Scarfed then, I would assume, but okay, that should be fine. We are first on our Fake Outs, so we will just Fake Out, and we just Fake Out each other's restrictions. That is fine. We will get to see who is faster. We are. That's really interesting. I would have thought they would be with Terra Water. So here, I'm just going to Electro Drift and Electro Web. I don't think there's really any reason not to. We're pretty much guaranteed to go first here, as long as they don't speed drop us, and we can always trade with Electro Web. Yeah, and we're just going to drop both speed, so we're in a really good spot. We're actually going to outspeed Ludicolo as well, and that's just a free KO, and that's Terra as well. I'm really surprised to see the Terra Water, especially if they're not Scarfed. Not so sure about that one. I feel like they either should have protected, or just gone for something else. Fling. Oh. Okay. I see. So I don't think they were expecting. I think the play for them was, okay, here's what I think happened. I think their thought was Ludicolo most likely a Swift Swim. I don't think they expected us to have Electro on Raichu, and they thought we're gonna Fling, kind of get another Fake Out, and just not allow me to get anything with Miraidon. And that in theory works, but in this case it just doesn't. Just due to purely because Raichu Electro Webs, and now I'm faster. So here, locked in Electro Drift, not great, but I mean, what you gonna do? So here I'm just gonna Electro Drift. I don't really have any moves here. I could Feint. But here, I am just going to switch into Calyrex. I could pick up a KO on Ludicolo, and then I can start threatening the... I can just start trying to target down the Iron Shreds and be in a good position. Again, we still have Koraidon on the back with Terra Fire. We're just gonna have free Electro Drift off here, so that's perfectly fine. And yeah, there we go. That's a free KO. The Urshifu isn't going to be as great now when the sun comes back up. Just a high horsepower into Calyrex. Expected that to go into Miraidon. Could have had a KO there for them. But instead it goes into Raichu. Slot. Now the Calyrex. Putting me in a bit of a weird spot because now I can't fully commit. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch in Raichu and just Terra Fire Glacial Lance. See how this goes. I think I need this to... I'd like to get this Glacial Lance off, but this way I can get Raichu down to... If it's attacked by only one, I get down to Sash, which pretty much guarantees I'll be able to go for a Endeavor, getting down to 1 HP, so I can KO with anything. As well as, importantly, I will be able to full switch. That's a Flare Blitz, which is perfect. We live, as long as they did not double, we are fine, and that is huge. They did not. Okay, that's perfect. And now we'll get a free Glacial Lance, which will just clean up the Koraidon, and that puts us in a perfect position to just clean up this game. There's not much they can do here. I think if Urshifu has Aqua Jet, it's just over. I do not have any way to really... here, I don't have a way to hit with Raichu, so actually I have Feint, never mind. So here I'm just going to Endeavor, get down to 1 HP, Glacial Lance if they choose to target down Raichu. But overall, this Iron Shreds cannot do anything here, and there's, again, another forfeit. This time Raichu showed instantly not only getting Fake Out to make sure Kyogre didn't get moved turn 1, but also Electro Web to make sure that King's Rock wasn't flung into Miraidon, so Miraidon was able to KO the Kyogre was huge. And I saw what they were trying, I think now I see what they're trying to do there, but because Electro Web from Raichu stops that, it just made it so they didn't have an opportunity to, and really pretty much open up the game from there. They're all really nice, and let's see if we can go 3-0. Okay, so Calyrex Miraidon, kind of the standard one with the Volcarona Grim, Ursaluna Iron Hands. Here, I don't really want them to... Fake Out's good, I actually like Fake Out a lot. So I'm actually going to lead Raichu Calyrex, so we can Fake Out, and then I'll have Miraidon. Actually, I do like Overpawn here, but Ursaluna is also good, but I think I'm going to actually go for the... I'm going to go for the Overpawn. It can go through screens and also threatens Calyrex pretty well, so I'm going to go for this instead. Could have brought Ursaluna. Ursaluna hits him pretty well, but I think here I want to try and play for fast of them, because I do have the speed control of Electro Web, and I don't know if they fully want to bring Grimmsnarl. If they do bring Grimmsnarl, they do have Thunder Wave, but if they do Thunder Wave, then we just set a Trick Room. So it's going to be Calyrex Grimmsnarl. That is fine. Here I'm going to Fake Out the Grimmsnarl, and I'm going to click Imprison. Actually, I could... Yeah, I think it's Fake Out Grimmsnarl Imprison. I think that's definitely the play. Sure, this prevents like foul play as well being launched into this slot, but here I think... I'm assuming they're slow as well, but I'm hoping they're going for Trick Room. It's just Leech Seed. Okay, that's not great. I won't lie, I would have preferred to not see that, but we will Imprison. I would have switched usually here, but now it's kind of a bit harder. That's really actually annoying to deal with. I'm just gonna hear Electro Web, Glacial Lance. I don't think there's any reason not to. Just gonna try and get some damage out onto the board, and then next turn I think I will switch into Miraidon. I don't want to get too much ahead, and again I can always Endeavor. There's Reflect. I'm not surprised. I could switch out Raichu to get Fake Out back up. Gonna get some speed drops. Yeah, it does allow them to get Trick Room up if they want to punish it, but again I feel pretty fine here. We'll see how much this does. Good damage on the Grimmsnarl, but yeah, just Leech Seeds. It is going to be quite hard to deal with this Calyrex, so I think here what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to switch him around on this next turn and just nuke it, go for huge damage. I may just double switch here. I think that may be my best play. I kind of need to KO this Grimmsnarl though, which makes this a bit difficult to kind of deal with. I don't really have anything to... Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch him around on. And just Glacial Lance to KO Grimmsnarl, so they either have to get Light Screen up this turn, or they just don't get it up at all. If they get it up, it's not great to get in. Then Miraidon's definitely not going to just KO. So that's something we have to think about here. So just getting up the Glacial Lance here is fine. And also allows them not to Trick Room switch in Ursaluna. So here just... Also they could just Protect Light Screen is an option from them. They could try and Thunder Wave Calyrex, but overall I feel Thunder Waving at this point, I think their lower speeds are just going for Trick Room better for them. But they can actually, so because I did Imprison, so that's kind of the other reason I don't want to switch Calyrex right now, is I have imprisoned their Glacial Lance, leaving them with just Leech Seed pretty much. Kind of just neutralizing it, so that's kind of another reason I kind of want to just keep Calyrex in. There is the Light Screen. Don't love that, but again, that's fine. We'll get a Glacial Lance here. Yeah, that's Grimmsnarl down, that's +1, so again, just damage. And now Miraidon can start looking to put out some pressure here. Sure, the Leech Seed, yeah, they're just kind of stuck with this Leech Seed. There's nothing they can do about it. I could switch in Ogerpon. They can't protect at this point. Thing is, it's just all of this Leech Seed will eventually build up. And honestly, what I may do is I may just Volt Switch into Ogerpon, something they cannot Leech Seed, which would put me in a good spot. And actually, Iron Hand's coming in? Yeah, definitely going to do that. So here, I mean, yeah, Attack Kind's not great, but here, just a free Volt Switch. And Glacial Lance, I think, is my play. I don't think there's much wrong with that. We're just going to withdraw Calyrex. I am perfectly fine with that. It's Ursaluna. Okay. I don't love that because now that blocked my Volt Switch. Actually, a really good turn from them. Because they're now going to get... yeah, they got exactly what they wanted to out of that turn. Really good turn from them. Kind of put me in a weird spot. Here's what I'm actually going to do instead. I'm going to switch in... I guess Raichu would be who I want to switch in here. So here, just going to Volt Switch. I think his Raichu could just go down. Yeah, just going to Volt Switch, switch in Raichu. I think that's my best play here. Do it for just Facade in general here. I don't know if I'm... Calyrex just going down may be fine. If I could get Raichu down to pretty low, that would be perfect. Because then I can just click... I can just click the Glacial. I can click Endeavor, and then that just kind of sets me up for like Snarlship. Just kind of anything I need. So if Raichu can just like get chipped down below, that'd be great. I don't think it'll happen, but again, can hope. They haven't Terra'd. Also, another one where they only bring one restricted. I'm going to bring Ogerpon here. I think it's my least impactful mon at this point. And just going to hope, if they Facade it, I mean, it's fine. I'm just hoping they don't. There's the Facade. I probably go down. Yeah. I just don't want to sacrifice any of my restricteds there. I felt there was no reason to like sacrifice another point. Low Kick. Do we live this? Yeah. Oh, we took that really well. I forgot we resist that. We're not just electric. It's now a really interesting position. I think here, what I'm going to do, if I outspeed this person, we win the game. Because I am going to Electro Web. And if I outspeed, that puts me in a really good spot. So here, it's going to Glacial Lance, Electro Web. If they choose to Terra, they get the speed drop, and that's even better. So I'm actually wanting to see a Terra Electric from this Ursaluna here. That's best case scenario for me. Because Iron Hand's going to take the speed drop. And if they Terra, Ursaluna does, just going to withdraw hands, that's fine. It's going to be the Calyrex. It's just so healthy, it's going to be so hard to remove. He just protect. Okay. That's fine. I think that's fine. Yeah, because now we're definitely outspeeding Calyrex. It does show Electro Web, probably mean they won't Terra. This could just very much come down to a speed tie, which is a bit annoying, but I think it's what it's going to come down to. That did nothing. I could just go for the... Endeavor here. I don't think it's the correct play. I could have Feint on Ursaluna. That would have been a good play as well. If I had done that, yeah, we would have just won. But, again, it looks like it's going to come down to speed tie. And also, they can't really go for a Glacial Lance here. Well, if they do go for Glacial Lance, and if they do KO Raichu, I just go into Miraidon. I think that's fine. But we'll see where we go here. I can also, if they do that, and Iron Hands comes back in for Fake Out. Okay, here's the Terra. It's going to be big. Do we see it onto this Ursaluna? We do. Okay, that's massive. So now it comes down to, does Ursaluna live a Glacial Lance? That is a big question here. Here comes the Electro Web. does damage. This would actually be a really bad time for them to go for a... What? Okay, so... They were -1, right? Unless I'm missing, that's Turbo Bear. That's a fast Ursaluna. Wow. Okay, so yeah, honestly, if that's how I lose, that's how I lose. Losing to Ursaluna that way is frustrating. But I don't see a way how I could ever prepare. Really? Fast Ursaluna, that just feels really off. I don't know if, hold on, so Trick Room wasn't up, and they were -1. They had to have been fast. They just had to have been fast bear. There's just no other explanation. And they're gonna switch. That is really weird to see. I was not expecting. I don't think you ever expect a fast Ursaluna. So it had to have been something fast enough at -1 outspeeding min-speed Cali Ice. I don't know, that just kind of feels like that doesn't fit with the team archetype, but of just kind of that Trick Room on, that really slow one, because it's not Calyrex here. But that's quite interesting. They do protect, so we made the right targeting at least. Though this will not do anything. This is Assault Vest resisted, so overall nothing. But overall, gonna do some damage again. And now they just fake out Glacial Lance. I can't get over how fast that Ursaluna is. That is really fast. Like, that is so fast. That is unbelievably fast. I have never seen an Ursaluna that fast. Yeah, there's Trick Room now. I mean, fair play. But that's a really... This is one where I wish I could ask the opponent what their speed stat is, because it has to be something kind of crazy. I mean, they're just going to double and KO me here, but I'm kind of shocked that it was that fast. Usually that just goes down to speed tie, but I guess not. That's going to be GG's. So Raichu goes 2-1, and that one feels really weird. Kind of, again, not expecting the slow bear, well, the fast bear. Expected slow and got caught off guard. So, I mean, good prep by them, I guess. They brought the right Mon. Kind of caught me off guard, but overall, thoughts on the team. Raichu, really good. Fake out, great move. It's fast fake out, so you're almost always fake outing first. Have Electro, just good electric damage, so the only thing is Ursaluna's a bit of a problem, but again, Calyrex can fix that, does the damage for it. You got Surging Strikes to deal with it. Overall, I think there's just a lot of tools in this team that make it really good into this Regai format right now. I really enjoyed it. Feint's really good move, didn't get to show it, but it's really good. Endeavor, didn't get to really showcase it much, but again, a really good move, especially if that Sash procs. There's just Electro Web, good speed control, and overall, all those moves give you value, and maybe one thing is maybe like Dazzling Gleam on Miraidon could be really nice, but overall, this team's really cool. I'd highly suggest out this team. It's really aggressive and it's fun. Overall, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe to the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.